everybody, and welcome to CTIA's 5G Summit. Thanks so much for coming. It is great to be back together in person. All of us at CTIA just feel so lucky that we work for the industry that kept us connected the past 2 years. It was a remarkable feat, and that performance should really inform all that we do here in DC. Now, today's event is always my favorite. It gives us a rare chance to hear directly from those who are making 5G a reality across the nation. And we have a who's who lineup today with a mix of the key policymakers and those who are enabling all of this innovation. I'm really so appreciative that they are sharing their time and their expertise with us. So this year's summit is all about climate. And that's purposeful because we really had a lot of compelling themes to choose from. We could have done 5G home. It is the new competitive broadband option for millions of Americans. Did you know that the fastest growing home broadband provider right now is a wireless company? Fixed wireless may well be the first killer app of the 5G era. And that's why we could have focused today on 5G and the digital divide too. Millions of households now have a new, super fast home broadband choice. And 5G home will grow even faster with millions more benefiting when we get the BEAD infrastructure rules right. Or we could have stayed on the front page and featured 5G and inflation. Practically everything we buy right now has sticker shock, except mobile services and smartphones. Their prices remarkably are going down. But today is about climate. And I wanted to do that because first and foremost, I am blown away by how the wireless industry is stepping up to address societal challenges. The same competition that has helped deploy 5G and drive down wireless prices is now combating climate change. This is a core priority for our companies. It's about embracing renewable energy and reducing carbon emissions. It's about constructing more resilient and efficient networks. Ultimately, it's way more data with way less energy. And the 5G platform that we are building, it will be a key component of other industries doing their part. Accenture found that 5G-related innovations from transportation to manufacturing will have the impact of removing 72 million cars from the road. And we can go industry by industry. Take agriculture. It is responsible for 1/10 of our nation's emissions. 5G-enabled crop management promised to remove the equivalent of burning 30 million pounds of coal. So climate is a really good example of how wireless innovation drives even more innovation. From a policy perspective, I want to say 5G is more than just a new phone or even a new network. The most important thing that we are seeing with 5G is that it's a new platform. And it's a platform that will enable cities to become smart, and factories and schools and healthcare too. It's also about the industries of the future and the multitude of letters that may well define our future, from AR to VR to AI. That's why I'm excited. Our platform continues to get better every day, and adding mid-band spectrum is, in fact, a game changer. Building deeper into more communities also expands those who benefit. And I'm really proud of how quickly this new world is being constructed. It's 42% faster than 4G. So Even though we are still very much in the beginning of the 5G decade, we now have the sandbox for entrepreneurs to create with. Remember, the beginning of 4G was just faster 3G. And as it developed, it became the backbone of so much of what we do today, everything that's essential. Well, we are at the same inflection point with 5G. And that's why getting the policy right is so key. We shouldn't be radically changing how wireless is regulated right now. We should be making it easier and faster to deploy. And we need to fuel this 5G economy with more and more spectrum, because spectrum drives all of this. And that is why timely and full power access to the spectrum we purchase, whether it be the C-band or 3.4, or very soon 2.5, is critical. And it's why the FCC needs authority to sell us more, and we need Congress to direct the next schedule of auctions at the same time. And finally, it is why interagency coordination led by the FCC and NTIA must be enhanced. We all seek a balanced spectrum policy between government and commercial, and licensed and unlicensed. And on that, right now, we're just a little wobbly. There's 4 times more unlicensed mid-band than there is licensed. And despite the bipartisan push in the past few years, the government still controls 2/3 of this critical resource. We need more licensed spectrum to deliver on our 5G promise. So let's talk about that promise now. You are all here to find out what is new and what is coming. And I'm pleased to report what is already happening. So let's get started. We built this event to be rapid fire, and the bios for our amazing speakers would take half of the afternoon. And truly, they don't need an introduction, so you know who they are. We've done a little switch here, because that's what live events are about, remember? We are so lucky to have CTIA's chairman, AT&T's David Christopher, here to kick us off and start things. He is really driving so much of this 5G innovation, so please join me in welcoming David Christopher.